Sky News can reveal Tuesday's budget forecasts are based on the assumption a vaccine will be discovered. Live now to political reporter Eliza Edwards. Eliza, what does this mean for the accuracy of the forecasts?
Well, Danica, budget forecasting is fraud at the best of times, even more so in the middle of a pandemic. So on Tuesday night, Josh Frydenberg will reveal Treasury's updated forecasts for what we can expect for debt, deficit, unemployment, wages growth, among others. But they'll be based on a key set of assumptions. And in a sit-down interview with Sky News political editor Andrew Clennell, the Treasurer has revealed that one of those assumptions is a vaccine becoming available in Australia. Now, there is a lot of optimism that that will happen, but it's certainly not guaranteed. Here's what the Treasurer had to say about the assumptions underpinning those figures.
We have factored in those issues related to the vaccine, and again that will be available on budget night. As you know, we have worked hard with international counterparts to secure the vaccine for Australia.
But does the budget assume a vaccine will become available?
The budget takes into account the possibility that is the case.
Eliza, the budget will also contain new wage subsidies for apprentices.
Yeah, that's right. The government will pay half the wages of 100,000 new apprentices and trainees under this one-year wage subsidy scheme that actually starts tomorrow. And the coalition has set aside $1.2 billion so that businesses can get this money if they take on new employees. It's designed to get young people into jobs, and it's desperately needed at a time that youth unemployment is at a 40-year high. The Finance Minister, Matthias Cormann, says this could prove the difference for companies considering taking on new employees.
Clearly, if you only have to pay half, it makes it easier to take on a new apprentice compared to a situation where you have to pay 100%. And we want to make it as easy as possible for businesses to take on new apprentices. And by saying to a business that might be considering taking on an apprentice that we are prepared to take up half the cost of that apprentice, for the initial 12-month period. I mean, that is a substantial help, obviously, for any business that is considering doing this.
And Eliza, there will be further tax relief in the budget. Where does Labor stand on this package?
Yeah, Danica, in Tuesday's budget, the already legislated personal income tax cuts are set to be brought forward. Right now, Stage 2 is slated to begin in 2022, 2024 for the Stage 3 tax cuts. Labor's always been opposed to Stage 3, which flattens the tax rate to 32.5% for everyone earning between $40,000 and $200,000 a year. When this package first came before the Parliament, Labor tried to split the bill but ultimately backed it in because it couldn't be seen to be standing in the way of tax relief. Now, Shadow Treasurer Jim Chalmers says that they are still opposed to Stage 3 but can't rule out backing them in again.
Remember, when they originally legislated, they weren't to come in until 2024, so some years down the track, and we said it would be more responsible to have a look then. If the government changes the timing of those tax cuts, if they change the mix of those tax cuts, we'll consider it then. We've been very clear that we're not against tax relief for low and middle income earners, but we haven't been keen on Stage 3 really throughout, for all the reasons I identified. Stage 3 is the least responsible, least affordable, least fair and least likely to be effective in the economy.
So, Danica, the changes to the timing of those legislated personal income tax cuts will be one to watch when the budget's handed down on Tuesday night.
A big week ahead, Eliza, thank you. And you can see Andrew Clennell's full interview with the Treasurer Josh Frydenberg tomorrow on Afternoon Agenda from 2 p.m. Then on Tuesday evening, Sky News will have complete coverage and expert analysis of the 2020 budget when the Treasurer hands it down at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time.